Welcome everybody to the top 10 wildest plays of October. I like to call these the Steve plays because he's one wild guy.
Well, I used to love the show Wild and Crazy Kids. But, Chris, these plays I still think could make the top 10 plays of the year. Now, they're wild, yes, but they're amazing too.
Well, let's get right to it so we can show you guys some wild plays of October. And number 10, the punter just gets the ball off amongst 5 opposing players, then ball goes into his teammate's hand right there at the 31, who turns it upfield for the touchdown. That's one of the wildest plays of the month. It's number 10, so there's going to be some crazier ones. But watch this. First of all, a bad snap goes over the head, but he just gets it off just to get it off.
And it doesn't reach the line of scrimmage.
Which means it is a live ball for anyone that wants to grab it and take it. And his teammate does and ends up with 6 for it.
All right, we're going to go to a kickoff return now from Helix High School in California. Now, I think some of the laterals are on purpose here. You can definitely see this first one. Yes, they're pitching it and he's coming across the field. But then things go wrong and he's about to be tackled by the whole entire kickoff team besides the kicker, and he laterals it back and then he's gone down the sideline, gets a block. Kickers usually have no chance at this point, and they don't. Great play call there, coach. You drew it up perfectly. That is a wild kickoff return, Chris. This is a wild lateral here. Look at
all the yellow. It's like a bunch of bees out there swarming that.
That is. Now, that's a wild lateral, but it actually worked out to perfection. The coach is taking all the credit, as he should.
And if you've watched any of our top plays of the week this year, you've seen this one, but you've also know that Steve each and every time has a theme lately, and this would be, what would I do? Chris Stonebraker. I would be the guy running over Steve right there, number 7. It was wild. Scotland County's 5-star running back Zamir White bulldozes his teammate en route for 6.
I don't agree with that. All right, this is a wild play. The lineman lines up as the quarterback, and the center goes out for the pass, and the center grabs it with one hand and makes the catch. What the heck are you talking about? Yes, I'm not lying. That is a pass from a lineman to a lineman. What a catch. Get that center out there and some more.
Wild that thing even works. Now, number 6. This is the 6th wildest play of October, and it's an unusual formation where Irvine, Texas High breaks the huddle in a perfect line or stack formation like a B-ball inbounds play, and it works as tight end Devon Driscoll, as you will see on the left-hand side, streaks down the middle wide open and catches the 60-yard TD. It's just weird and wild when they come out like that.
Speaking of weird and wild, look at Tyler Beal here.
He just wanted to flip.
He's just a wild guy. I mean, he has to be a wild guy. As, hey, let's work on this in practice. You go across the line, everybody think you're coming, you flip, so everybody freezes, and we will score off it. That is wild.
I wonder if coach actually said flip. Now, False River's Damien Johnson took this pass right from Derek Carr's playbook, pulling off the behind-the-back pass to Will Montgomery for one of the wildest 2-point conversions of the season. I mean, basketball season's here. We made that analogy in the top plays of the month and week and everything else. That was crazy. Steve Nash.
This is maybe my favorite wildest play here, as this ball bounces all the way forward about 15 to 20 yards from Daniel Romero, and he goes into the end zone. And the guy, watch, he bounces off his face, and he's going to continue to follow the path of the ball, and then he's going to turn into a lead blocker. You never give up on a play.
Never give up.
That guy's wild and crazy. I love that play.
Play number 2, and people are saying this is one of the best high school football plays they've ever seen. And we put it at number 2 of the wildest plays, and it might as well made the top plays in all of October as well. Right there, you see it. It is Brentwood Academy versus Montgomery Bell in Tennessee. Brentwood's quarterback, Oates Volley, loses the pressure and then heaves it towards the end zone from his 36-yard line. This is where the play becomes different from other Hail Marys as Cameron Johnson tips it to Lawrence Segreve for the TD. What a heads-up play from Cameron.
All right, this is wild, too. Ignore the scoreboard there on the bottom right because that's actually wrong. They're actually
It's wrong.
down 1 here, and they're going for 2 for the win. And this is just wild. Hunter Greathouse, the QB, is a wild guy. As he throws this Steve Young style, bounces up, and he picks it up, and now he's going to try to score like Steve Young, but he can't. So he's got to go all the way backwards and try to find, because you can't go down or you lose. So he's about to go down. No, he pitches it out, and then he's going to get smashed, but forward about 10 yards and falls into the end zone for the score. Now, if that's not wild, I don't know what wild is.
I don't either. I know what is wild is that the scoreboard was wrong. The clock never started. And those were a bunch of Okies from Muskogee that just could not get that tackle.
That's just what makes it even more wild, Chris.
Gosh, if you guys are at home and you want to do some sort of game where you put a chubby bunny marshmallow in your mouth every time we said wild, you would have a full mouth right now.
That is a wild way to end the show. Chris Stonebraker, Steve Montoya, this is Max Preps.